Saudi Arabia has been at the crossroads of civilizations for centuries and is a diverse and captivating travel destination. It is known as the heartland of Islam, but also offers beautiful natural landscapes, lively urban centers, delicious food, and friendly people. The country has long been closed to tourists, but in recent years has opened its borders to independent travelers. In this video, I'm taking you back to one of my favorite journeys through this complicated but fascinating country. From the modern streets of capital Riyadh to the desert landscapes around Al-Ula and the edge of the world. From the sacred atmosphere of Medina to the vibrant streets of coastal Jeddah, and from the tranquil beaches of Umluj Island to the grounds of a traditional camel race. So join me exploring the remarkable country of Saudi Arabia. Begin our journey in Riyadh, the bustling capital city of Saudi Arabia. It's a political and economic powerhouse, but also brims with culture and history. With its rapid expansion in recent years, contrasts are visible at almost every corner. Many travelers start exploring Riyadh in the Masmak Fortress and the National Museum, which provide an interesting insight into Saudi Arabia's history. In sharp contrast stands the Kingdom Center, a huge shopping mall that also boasts an incredible sky bridge, where you can admire sweeping vistas of the city and beyond. Walking the streets of Riyadh is an experience in itself, from crumbling neighborhoods to huge construction sites, where migrant workers are building some of the city's new skyscrapers. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of people from South Asia mostly. I think many are from Pakistan, Bangladesh, even from India as well. 1 year?
4 years.
4 years, long time.
4 years ago.
Now you have a break.
I have a break. Lunchtime.
Lunchtime. Tasty?
Tasty.
Tasty, okay. And from intriguing mosques, emphasizing the role of religion in the country, to welcoming bazaars and markets.
Perfumes, oud and roses. 100 riyals, maybe 30,000 riyal. It's very, very heavy. See, this is 150,000. This one, this box.
Very careful with
Yes, that's fine. It's not broken. Yeah.
Looks like a nice and busy place to eat something. food here is mostly Sudanese, but there are also some Indian influences and maybe some different flavors and spices as well. Also, the people that are visiting are from different countries. I'm sitting here with a very kind man from Pakistan, a kind man from Sudan, another kind man from Saudi Arabia.
Welcome, Holland. Welcome.
There you go. We're very welcome. Thank you, sir. Riyadh is also a popular venue for events, with many focusing on art, music, culture and food, such as the Riyadh Season Festival.
Welcome to our burger.
Tamil Nadu?
Tamil Nadu. Yeah.
Hi, I have food truck, specialty coffee and sweet, and I am very happy in Riyadh season, and it's very good. I am still here in 1 month, 1 month and a half later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Leave downtown Riyadh behind and travel onwards to the edge of the world, one of Saudi's most spectacular natural sights. Reaching this spot requires a four-wheel drive, as the last part is unpaved, and the trip is best done with a local expert guide.
Here we are on the top of the ward edge, and that one is the top, and we will go to that end and we will stand there and you will see us. If you are standing here, very tiny. It's amazing view, very nice.
The edge of the world is part of the much larger Two-Wijk Escarpment, which runs roughly 700 kilometers through central Saudi Arabia. What makes this place so special are the edges that reach out from the plateau, the sudden drop in altitude, and the seemingly endless views of the horizon. Make sure to have a look underground to discover mysterious, cave-like empty spaces eroded by time.
This cave is, we call it Dihel because it's not a cave. A cave, usually the opening is above the ground, but this one is in the ground, so you go down to it. It's humid, little bit hot.
Yeah.
Now you can see clear and dry.
Not far from the edge of the world and a popular day trip from Riyadh is the Souk Al Jamal, one of the largest camel markets in the country. Camels hold a special place in the hearts and minds of many Saudi people, forming a symbol for the start of civilization in this region. We drive northwest through small cities and desert landscapes and spend the night in Buraidah. This small city is host to the annual Qasim Dates Festival, attracting farmers and date traders, sharing their technology and expertise. Date production is an important part of Saudi's economy, and the country is the second largest producer of dates in the world, after Egypt. Although it was out of season when I visited, the size of the complex gave away its importance.
مرحبا بكم في السعودية، أهلا وسهلا، يلا حيوا، هلا منورين.
It's amazing how they mix their traditional culture with modern style restaurant basically. Let's try this chicken. After a hearty meal and a good night's sleep, it was time to travel to the next destination. The Al Ula region or governorate is home to some of Saudi's most surreal scenery, with spectacular valleys, red sandstone cliffs, and dry riverbeds, also known as wadi. The main settlement, also called Al Ula, was a market city on an historic trading route, linking India and the Persian Gulf to Europe and the Levant. Today it's a friendly place that serves as a jumping-off point for attractions in the area, such as the famous Madain Saleh, which was unfortunately closed at the time of visiting. Not far from Al Ula, we stumble upon a local camel race, one of the region's most popular classic sports. Camels have long played an important role in Saudi Arabia and beyond. They were crucial for centuries as a means of transportation through the unforgiving deserts. Through the years, camel races became a form of entertainment, with the first taking place as early as the 7th century. These days, the sport seems ever more popular as a symbol of wealth and a celebration of traditional culture. With modern times come different ways. The jockeys that used to ride the camels have been replaced by small robots with an automatic whip and microphone, which are remotely controlled by the camel trainers in jeeps and SUVs.
المركز ليتابع الوصول والاندفاع. يا سلام يا سلام، أوصلت شندارة أخرى.
It's rough and wild, and I'm currently being driven around by this very kind gentleman. It's stunning. In the middle of the desert here in Saudi Arabia, this Saturday camel race.
أوصلت شندارة أخرى، يتقدم عيد بن ظاهر. تقدم الجواسة وصلاح بن سالم الصدري من يقدم لنا الجواسة.
Driving further south, we take a brief look at the ancient ruins of Khaybar. This place was the scene of the infamous Battle of Khaybar, an armed confrontation in the 7th century that resulted in the early Muslims conquering the Jewish community of Khaybar. Surrounded by palm trees and built on volcanic soil, the remains of the fort provide an interesting insight into human history in this area. We continue our journey through a surreal landscape of rugged desert scenery and imposing volcanoes to reach the west coast of Saudi Arabia. Umluj is known for its unspoiled islands and beautiful beaches, and is sometimes nicknamed as the Maldives of Saudi Arabia. This area, located in the Red Sea, consists of 104 islands, varying in size and character, and stands in stark contrast with the arid desert landscapes that the country is most famous for. Oh wow, here we go, oi oi oi. The Red Sea is an inlet of the Indian Ocean and divides Asia from Africa. It is historically an important trading route, but also provides a livelihood for thousands of fishermen from the region. As the world's northernmost tropical sea, it has a rich and diverse ecosystem and an abundance of fish. At the time of visit, most islands were not officially open to tourism yet, but a friendly fisherman and his son were happy to show me around a few of the islands. So made it to the island eventually, one of the smaller islands here on the Umluj island group. It's really beautiful, it's white sands, it's pure water, some coral reefs around it as well. It's definitely worth the effort. travel onwards to Medina, known as the City of the Prophet, and considered the second holiest city in Islam after Mecca. This is where Islam's founder Muhammad lived and was eventually laid to rest. All able Muslims are supposed to make the journey to Medina and Mecca once in their life. You are from Kashmir. Kashmir in India.
India.
You're from Pakistan, sir. Pakistan.
Made in Bangladesh, Dhaka.
Dhaka.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Indonesia.
It's unbelievable. People from all parts of the world converge here into Medina, and it's really quite special for me to walk here. Non-Muslim, I was allowed to visit all of central Medina, except inside the Prophet's Mosque, the Al-Masjid An-Nabawi. The Prophet's Mosque is a spectacular sight, one of only 2 mosques in the world that can hold over 1 million people. It holds deep significance for Muslims from all over the globe. While many pilgrims visit Medina by themselves and with their families, there are also a lot of tour groups with professional guides.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Firdausi, this is Fauzia, and that is Faisal with 3 Fs. We're from Nigeria and we're currently in Medina for the Lesser Hajj, also known as Umrah.
Everyone, good morning to all peoples. Okay, my name is Muhammad Shuaib. I come from Malaysia actually. I'm one of the tourist guide. So if you can see, nowadays we are bringing our peoples about 4 bus. We are doing for Umrah.
As the day was coming to an end, there was one more prayer session to go. While the sun was setting, I found a spectacular vantage point of the Prophet's Mosque, where I was allowed to witness a beautiful event in the religion of Islam. On the way to our last destination, we passed the highway to Mecca. Unlike Medina, this city is not open to non-Muslim visitors. But somehow it was still a special feeling to be so close to the holiest city in Islam. We arrive in Jeddah, the second largest city in Saudi Arabia, and an important commercial and economic center. It's often described as more liberal and perhaps cosmopolitan than other places in the country. One of the highlights for many travelers is the intriguing Al Balad, the historic center of Jeddah, filled with traditional merchant houses and other partly renovated buildings. It's fascinating to walk the narrow alleys here, absorbing the sights and sounds of daily life happening around you.
هيا خليك جلس لما نأذن لك
انا داري قلت لك ساعه مليون
ابو زيد
منهم عندنا احنا تواصل معهم. Good morning. Hi, I'm Mariam. I'm Afia. So because of this is one of the the most unique locations in Saudi, in Jeddah especially, because it's one of the rare pedestrian areas. So you have access to the community. They're very accessible. You have access to their daily life.
This is also where I met Abir, a tour guide that could explain a bit more about this area.
Hi Steph, my name is Abir. I am the first Saudi female tour guide, and I'm happy that you came to our beautiful city, which is a UNESCO site. It has been registered in 2014. One of the nice things about this city that it is built with coral stones, which is Red Sea style. You see here, these are coral stone. We call them the breathing stones because they have hole. This house has been restored, and these are the new stones. So here we are in a beautiful house. It's 140 years old. It has been restored and it became a museum. So you can come and have the full experience how people used to live the last century.
It was interesting to listen to Abir's stories and also to see women at work in Saudi Arabia. For a long time, women have been limited in their ability to work in the country. Recent changes, however, suggest that the role of women in the workforce is growing, and Jeddah may be at the forefront of these developments.
Welcome to Saudi Arabia.
After a brief stroll through the modern Red Sea shopping mall, it was time to explore the shore. Located on the Red Sea, Jeddah has a long coastline with a beautiful promenade called Corniche.
Hello, welcome to Saudi Arabia. Welcome to Jeddah.
Welcome to Jeddah.
Bangladesh.
Cairo.
Cairo. You welcome you Jeddah for fish fresh. It's Najib. It's number one fish.
Other places not to miss here are the massive fish market, where some of the fish from across the region is traded, and the imposing Al Rama Mosque, nicknamed as the Floating Mosque. That concludes my journey through Saudi Arabia, a diverse and eye-opening travel destination with beautiful natural scenery, ancient historic landmarks, important religious sites, bustling urban centers, tasty food and welcoming people. I realize I have only scratched the surface, and you could spend months exploring this intriguing country that has long been a mystery to outsiders. Yet I still hope this video gave you some travel inspiration, or at least provided a glimpse into this complex but captivating place. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Travel safely.